In the genre films, hiring a hitman means a trip to a bar on the wrong side of town, a briefcase, and a photograph. Works almost every time. But real life is a little bit messier, and paying to have someone killed is a transaction rife with all kinds of complications. Cops are called, money is stolen, gunmen miss. Tonight, the story of 3 failed murder attempts and 1 incredibly complex marriage. Here's ABC's John Donvan for our series, Crime and Punishment.
The disturbing math of yet another murder-for-hire plot. 1 innocent-seeming address in Houston, 1 well-heeled socialite who lived there, her name's Yvonne Stern, and an unbelievable 3 times that gunmen have tried to kill her.
An unusual number of people are involved in this murder-for-hire.
This is the second accused hitman to go to trial.
Now he'll be tried on attempted capital murder charges.
The first time, February 2010, the house was sprayed with bullets, she wasn't at home. The second time, April 2010, she and her family were home. This time, the shooter missed. The family moved out of their house and into this luxury apartment complex. The third time, May 2010, she was finally hit in her SUV inside the gated parking lot of her apartment building, point blank through the window. The bullet went through her purse and makeup bag and then hit her in the stomach. Yet she managed to drive to this gas station.
And when I seen the lady get out the car, bent down, saying that, I was shocked.
This witness said weeks later he received a threatening phone call.
She said, you should have let this bee die. Now she's made my life a living hell.
The shocker in this story is who prosecutors say was behind it all. Stern's husband, Jeffrey, a prominent lawyer, and his alleged former lover, Michelle Geyser. Prosecutors believe Geyser hired this middleman to find hitmen for her. The first up, 28-year-old James Lowry, worked at a tattoo parlor. He's awaiting trial for aggravated assault. The second, 38-year-old Newt Wynn, was found guilty of aggravated assault and is now serving 45 years in prison. And now the third alleged hitman, Damian Flores, is standing trial. Today, Geyser, who has pleaded guilty to hiring the gunman, took the stand to testify against Flores. Sobbing, she admitted that she gave him $15,000 to make that third attempt on Yvonne Stern's life. I made a horrible mistake, she said. There isn't a day that goes by that I don't regret what I did. I'm very ashamed of what I've done. I feel bad for her and the people I've hurt because of my actions. Murder for hire. The mob might be good at it, they're professionals, but it's the amateurs who keep getting caught. As in a case we covered last year, Dana Campbell, a car dealer in Montana, learned there was a contract on her life and that the person putting up the money was her teenage son, Matthew.
He's my son, and no matter what, I will always love him.
Do you trust him?
At this point, no. No, I don't trust him at all.
But caught, Matthew only last month was given a 5-year sentence. Or former Food Network star Juan Carlos Cruz, who is now serving time for trying to hire 2 homeless men to kill his wife. That's right. The amateurs apparently just don't realize what they're getting into, says former FBI agent Brad Garrett.
People believe in their sort of naive state that they can step to somebody else, have them commit the murder.
They think if that guy pulls the trigger, I'm clear.
Right.
Take the case that exists practically start to finish on videotape and audio tape.
I'm positive, like 5,000% Charlotte.
Dalia DiPolito of Florida, who thought she was paying a gunman to kill her husband, but it was actually an undercover cop recording it all. They were onto her, obviously, because she had made a rookie mistake.
What they do is they step to a friend or an associate or someone that they knew in their past. And what happens, in a vast majority of the time, the person they step to goes to law enforcement.
In her case, the charade went as far as the police actually convincing her that she'd succeeded, that her husband had been shot dead inside the house.
Okay, I'm sorry to tell you, man, he's been killed. He's been killed, man. I'm sorry.
Later that same day, though, they confronted her with the recordings.
I didn't do anything.
Listen to me.
I didn't do anything.
You're going to jail.
And then they confronted her with the news that her husband was still alive.
No, he doesn't want to see you. He doesn't want to see you.
She's now under house arrest while appealing a 20-year sentence and is divorced, obviously. Well, maybe obviously isn't the word. Because back in Houston, the Sterns are apparently still together as a family. Yvonne Stern did file for divorce, but now she's changed her mind, perhaps accepting what seems to be her husband's defense. A man who could be described as smarter than the plot itself seems to be, that it was his girlfriend hiring the killers and that he had no idea.
She's lied today. She lied before. She couldn't tell the truth if she had to.
Jeffrey Stern has been indicted but has pleaded not guilty. His trial is in February. The couple, once again, holding hands in public.
He had nothing to do with this and could not do anything with this. We are victims of a fatal attraction. We're getting past this. I forgive him for his indiscretions.
Indiscretions? Maybe giving everything that's happened. That's not the word either. I'm John Donvan for Nightline in Washington.